Animal adoption. Okay. As a therapist, as a social worker, I just felt such a need. There's so much theory. What do I do? And one of the theories that I had studied was psychoanalytic theory. Well, more object relations. And what I found was, we all have an inner child that needs love, needs attention, has its wounds. And I thought, how can I help a child love that internal part of themselves? By having them adopt something that becomes really a part of an extension of themselves. So the animal adoption is to adopt an animal in their home, create a narrative for this animal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to project all the challenges that that child has on this little guy that they need to help him with. So, for instance, if a child is afraid of the dark, I'll go, this little fella here, his name, and usually I make the name very similar to the child's name. So if it's Louis, I'll go, his name is Lionel. And he was born on June 6, 2004. The child that I'm giving this to, and I'm going to ask him first, are you willing to adopt or foster this tiger named Lionel? Because he really, really needs a home. Would you be willing? And I kind of have a desperate feeling in my voice because I really want to entice them. I've had kids say, 99% of the time, I've had them say yes. They don't want to abandon this little guy, especially when I tell them the story. And the story, as you remember, is very similar to theirs. And I've had kids go, wait, that sounds like my story. I go, yeah, it is similar, and that's why I thought you would be perfect, because you would understand him. You would get him and you would know what he needs. That's why I thought it would be great if you could foster or adopt Lionel. So he has one brother, one sister. He lived in 2 foster homes. And he was really scared. Whatever the child's challenged with, he didn't feel that the foster family was nice to him. He was upset because he really wanted to go live with his birth family, but his birth mother couldn't be an everyday mommy. She didn't know how. So teaching the child that this little guy, they can help them with because they have the similar experience. Then, in your handout, you have a little animal adoption sheet, correct? That looks like this. So you're going to put the animal's name, their date of birth. So if this guy's June 6, 2004, and the child's birth date is like June 4th, I'm going to make this June 6th. If the child that I'm giving it to has 4 siblings, I'll give this 3 siblings. If the child is scared of the dark, I'm going to make him scared of the dark. He needs a nightlight. If the child wets their bed, he wets his bed too. He gets scared. He has a lot of big feelings, and I'm going to put all this information in this box. What he needs, what he's feeling, what he likes, what he doesn't like. Kind of like what you would do if you were a potential foster adoptive parent. You're going to find out all this information about the child you're going to potentially foster and adopt. We hope. And then talk to the child about, do you think you can help him with wetting the bed? Do you think you could help him understand that it's not his fault, that he has such big, big feelings at night, and he's trying to figure out what to do with those big, big feelings, whatever it is. And I'll ask the child, and the child will usually say, yes, I can help him, I can help him. And I ask them to put it in a box or make a bed of some sort in their home, in their room, so this person, this animal, now has value in their home, okay? Because we're going to make this a live being. I have had kids run home, parents have said, oh my God, he's brought this animal home, he made a complete bed for him, he feeds him with a bottle. It becomes a long-term part of them. And what am I doing? I'm externalizing their internal child. They're taking care of themselves. They're learning to have empathy for another being. Yes, it's a stuffed animal, but if you believe it's a stuffed animal, this isn't going to work. You have to believe this is real. This is important. He's like you. When you believe it, it works. And then I'll, from time to time, say, how is Lionel doing? Because I was one of his foster moms. I found him a home. I found him your, how's he doing? See what I'm doing? I'm letting him know I'm caring. I have empathy. I'm curious. There's a continuity of care here. And sometimes they'll bring it back to my office. So whatever the child's experiencing, it gets projected onto the animal. And here on your handout, there are a number of questions you can put on here. And then at the end, I have the child decorate, stamp, sign it like you would with placement papers. This is official. And this is an official adoption, so they can also recognize the experience that happened for them as well. And then they get to keep this somewhere special in their room, that they've adopted this little guy. Now this one I found, and then what I like to do is put little tags. You could even just staple a little tag that says, hug me, I was adopted. So I usually say a lot of the time that he needs a lot of love. Even if he says no, he needs it. So please, can you give that to him? Are you capable of giving him love? Because he really needs it. And I know you have a big heart. So that's the animal adoption.